3 ways that women destroy relationships with men. Let's just crack right into this, guys. So what are the 3 ways that women completely just wreck a good thing? All right, because you might have been in this situation previously, like I have, where you have a girl, everything's working out fine, right? You just met this girl and you feel a connection with her. You feel like, man, this might be the one, right? As blue pill as that sounds, you might have said that, right? This might be the one. This might be the girl that I marry. This might be the mother of my children. And then, sure enough, after a few weeks, maybe even a few months, or even a few years, you start to realize, like, man, this chick is a massive bitch. What was I thinking? What am I doing with this girl? And now all you want to do is get as far away from her as possible. So what are the 3 ways that women wreck relationships? Let's talk about the number 1. The first way that a woman destroys a relationship with a man. You know, and generally these are good men. These are good men for them. They're generally high value men that can provide a good life for them, take care of them, be emotionally supportive. I mean, they could really form like a really great relationship. But unfortunately, like I said, these girls wreck these things. So the first way that a girl wrecks a relationship with a man, and this is becoming all too common these days, is she is disrespectful towards her man. Right? She's disrespectful towards him. She's constantly talking down to him. She's constantly breaking his balls about every little thing. She's constantly shit testing him. She's constantly trying to take the lead in the relationship. She's constantly being way too dominant. Right? And a lot of this is the guy's fault. Okay? Because a lot of guys are just not stepping up in these relationships. They're letting their woman take the lead. They're kind of sitting back. They're trying to be politically correct. They're trying to compromise with the girl. You guys know how I feel about compromising. Doesn't work, right? As I always teach you guys, the more you have to compromise with your partner, the more likely it is you chose the wrong partner. Because the best relationships that you're going to have are with women where there's very little compromise. It just flows, right? It just flows. Like personally for me, when it comes to eating, I like chain restaurants. Right? Some people like dives. Some people like to try different restaurants. I like chains. I just like chain restaurants. This is the way I am. So when I'm dating a girl and she also likes chain restaurants, there's very little compromise there. And I'm just using that as a tiny example. It's like we generally like to eat at the same places. So it's like, yeah, let's go here. Let's go there. Let's go to TGI Fridays. Let's go to Chili's. Let's go to Applebee's. Let's go to El Torito. Let's go to Chevy's. Right? It's real easy. When you have a girl that is constantly disagreeing with you, that is constantly putting you down, she might even be gossiping about you to her girlfriends and her coworkers, like, oh, I can't stand him. Oh, I hate going home, you know, and oh, he does this, he does that, you know, even to her like friends and coworkers and even her family, she's talking bad about you, right? And you have to like really wonder about these girls, like why would you even go there knowing that this is not going to help your relationship, okay? Because if you're not helping your relationship, you're hurting your relationship. And the thing you have to understand, ladies, for you ladies who are watching this, is the thing that men value most is respect, okay? That is something that us as men, we place on such a high pedestal, is respect. We want to be respected. This is why whenever somebody disrespects us, we're quick to respond. We're quick to react. It's really hard to control that if a guy tries to disrespect us or DLV us, right? You guys who don't study pickup, DLV means demonstration of lower value, right? Somebody tries to DLV us, AMOG us, right? Somebody tries to AMOG us, we get pissed. It's like, dude, who do you think you are, right? But especially if it's your girl who's doing this, your partner, the girl that you trust, you're like, what is this chick doing? What did I do to you? You know, why are you talking to me like this? Right? You tend to get upset. And it really destroys relationships because for guys, like once a girl starts disrespecting them, it's hard for him to forget. You know, it'll kind of like linger in his mind. And it's something that women who do that never fix, okay? I've never seen a woman who's been disrespectful towards her man like fix that and then just stop doing it. So this is part of her personality already. For some reason, she was raised that this kind of behavior is okay. It's okay to talk down to your man. It's okay to break his balls, you know, and generally it's a result of either being raised by a single mother or a weak father figure. Single mother or weak father figure, that's where these girls come from. Make no mistake about it, because a girl who's raised in a two-parent household, who was raised by a strong male role model, generally knows how to treat her man, right? She knows not to be disrespectful, because she knows if she is disrespectful towards her man, or any man for that matter, that guy is not going to be sticking around. That guy is probably going to take off on her, and she's not going to be able to hang on to him. Whereas for women who disrespect for their men, they could care less. They're like, I'll talk down to his ass. I don't care. I don't care. So what? Dump me. I'll be single. I don't care. You know, I'll get somebody else. I don't care. These chicks are forever single. So ladies, just understand that if you take anything away from tonight's coaching video, for you ladies who are watching, be respectful towards your man, because that is probably the biggest trait he will appreciate the most from you, is just be respectful towards him. Don't talk down to him. Don't talk to him like he's a little boy. Stop breaking his balls. Every day he comes home from work tired and he just wants to have peace. Don't immediately just come at him and pick fights with him for no reason. Now, the number 2 way that women wreck relationships with men is by being unsupportive. Unsupportive of his goals, unsupportive of his dreams, unsupportive of his ambitions. Instead of supporting him, she does everything she can to sabotage him. And the thing you have to understand about women and just female nature is female energy wants to entrap, whereas masculine energy wants to be free. Okay, so understand that, guys. As a man with masculinity, you naturally want to be free. You want to experience freedom in every aspect of your life. You don't want to feel enclosed or entrapped or enslaved, which unfortunately feminine energy is wired to do. And I almost think it's kind of funny that nature set it up this way. It's almost to make you, as a man, earn your freedom, earn your masculinity. When you're with a girl who wants to entrap you, which they all do, they want to stop you from leaving, right? Like a number of girls that I date, I'd say over half of the girls I date, my nose is itching. Over half the girls I date, they don't do this initially, but they will do it at some point in the relationship. They'll be like, hey, I don't like you picking up all these girls. I want you to stop. I don't want to see this on your Instagram anymore. I don't want to see this on your YouTube channel anymore, you picking up girls. I don't want to see this anymore. I want you to stop. And it's like, did I not tell you what I do in the beginning? And did you not say that you were okay with it? And not only did you say you were okay with it, like, wow, that's so cool. What happened to that? Why are you trying to enslave me now? Why are you trying to put me on your plantation? You were okay with this before. Why? How come all of a sudden you're trying to get me to stop? And she'll be like, it's just not right. And all of a sudden she'll start like trying to guilt me, right? Try to guilt me. Try to tell me like, oh, how is this supposed to work if you're doing this stuff on the side? And I tell her like, hey, you're not my girlfriend, right? Because I tell these girls point blank, that's not what I want right now. Maybe in the future, let's see how this plays out. Maybe we'll see what happens, right? If we want to make this just me and you. But right now, I need to be free. I need to be pursuing my path and purpose as a man, as you should. I've taught you guys over and over, women are huge distractions. I hate to say it. Women are huge distractions. You guys with girlfriends and these long-term relationships, even in marriages. You know, I'm not going to say all. I'm just going to say most. Okay, most of you are half-assing it. You're dogging it. And you're not being honest with yourselves, right? Times where you should be working on your business, instead you're trying to please your girl. You're trying to keep her happy. You're trying to keep her from picking fights with you. Whereas if she was fully supportive of you, she would be behind you 100%. And I have a couple of girls I'm dating right now that are fully behind me. Okay, I would say like half of them are not behind me. They're trying to entrap me, enclose, trying to stop me from pursuing what I need to pursue in life. But the other half are fully supportive. They're fully on board. And they're like, do what you need to do. I trust you. I'm going to be here for you. I want to do this with you. And I appreciate that even more because I know it's going against their natural hardwiring to entrap, to enclose, But also, those girls can see the bigger picture. They could see at the end of the line, they're like, this guy's not going to do pickup forever. And the day he decides where he wants to settle with one partner, I want to be that girl. Smart girls, right? Smart girls. And I do appreciate them for that. Whereas the other girls who are already poison dripping, who are already like, no, Sai, I want you to stop. I don't want to see another photo of you picking up another girl. This is going to stop. Those type of girls, it's not going to work, man. It's not going to work. Because even when I get older and say I'm not out there actively anymore, right, in the venues doing game, I'm going to move on to other things. Like right now, I'm starting to do more business coaching. So that is something I see myself doing more of in the future. There are other projects I want to get involved in. I mean, there's just things I don't have time for right now. But in the future, I'm going to be getting more involved in these projects. I want to be getting involved with helping abused animals. That's always been a big thing for me that I want to really dedicate a lot more time and money towards, is helping animals who are abused and stopping animal abuse, because I'm a big animal lover. But obviously I need to be free to pursue even just those things. And I need to be with a partner who will be like, I'm behind you, go do it. Do what you need to do. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. That's what I want. And that's what every man wants. No man wants to feel entrapped, enclosed, or enslaved, which again, feminine energy is designed to do. Where masculine energy wants to be free. We want to be free to pursue what we need to get done in this lifetime. Because as men, we know that our value in society is directly linked to our accomplishments, what we get done in this lifetime. We know that just instinctually. We know that that's what we are wired to do. We know that we need to be free. We want to be free. This is why even when you are in a relationship with a girl, could be a girl you really like, and you could be like codependent, right? Say you do everything together. You eat dinner together, you freaking go to the gym together, you sleep, eat together. I mean, it's a codependent relationship. Even when you're in a relationship like that, you notice your soul begins to hate you a little bit, right? Your soul begins to get pissed off at you. Like, hey man, I want to go out. I want to do this. I want to get that done. I want to explore. I want to go on adventures. All you do is keep me locked up in the house with this girl. I want to go out, right? Because your masculine energy, that spirit, wants to be free. It doesn't want to be tied down. And this is why it's so important to find a partner who will support you 100% and who will be behind you. That is the ideal partner. A woman who's willing to push aside, that feminine hardwiring to, just kind of go against it and let you be free and just trust that at the end of the line, you guys are going to end up together. She's got to trust that. So if you're a woman watching this, this is one of the big reasons why you can't hang on to a man, why men end up leaving the relationship with you. It's like you try to tie him down a little too hard, you get a little too possessive, you get a little too jealous, you start checking his phone, start checking his car, you start accusing him of cheating, you start, every time he's out with his boys, or even if he goes to the gym, you constantly have to text him, like, what time are you coming home? Well, I'm sitting here all by myself, when are you gonna be here? All this other stuff that is meant to entrap him, you're just pushing him away, okay? And you're just wrecking your relationship. So don't do that. And finally, the number 3 way that women wreck relationships with men, and this is big, is you monkey branch. You're just way too hypergamous. Now, by nature, all women are hypergamous, but some women way more than others. They've already got their next partner lined up, right? They're constantly looking for the next guy to monkey branch to. They're constantly looking for the BBD, the bigger, better deal. They're constantly looking for a higher value male. They constantly think the grass is like greener on the other side. Women have this curse of thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. And then you go to the other side, you realize it's kind of the same grass. It's still, it's the same color, it's the same texture. There's really not anything different. This is a common way that women wreck relationships, is they've got one foot in and one foot out. Like one foot in is in the relationship while the other foot is constantly looking for the next partner, the next, the bigger, better deal. And you can't. I mean, if you're gonna make things work, you gotta have both feet in, okay? It's all or nothing, girls. If you trust your decision that you picked the right guy and he's a good guy, you gotta have both feet in. Okay, if he's a piece of shit, obviously, look for the back door. But don't try to stay with him while, going out there and actively recruiting and interviewing your next, the next guy that you're gonna be with. Don't do that. That's lame, right? And this is why women get accused of monkey branching so much. And I used to tell my students this all the time, like women, not all, I have to say this shit, it's insane. Not all, okay? I mean, maybe you're the unicorn who doesn't do this, great. But just because you're that unicorn, it doesn't disqualify the overwhelming amount of women out there that do this, that do monkey branch, that do exercise their hypergamous ways. So if you're gonna be with your man, be with your man. If you want the relationship to end, then end that relationship. Don't stay with him just so you won't be alone while you go out there and look for your next victim. Don't do that, man. Okay, good girls don't do that. You have to be better than that. Right? And I know you're wired to do it, but just don't do it. It's constantly going to hurt your ability to pair bond with a dating partner long term. And if that's what you're looking for, you can't be hypergamous like that. Right? You have to cut that shit. So that's all I have to say for tonight's coaching video. Those are my top 3 ways that women completely wreck relationships. Number 1, just being way too disrespectful, constantly talking down to her man, just not giving him any respect. Number 2, being unsupportive, not supporting him in his goals, his dreams, his ambitions, his path and purpose in life, just being completely unsupportive, even going against him, trying to sabotage him whenever he tries to pursue a goal or an ambition. You can't do that, ladies. You have to support your man. Okay, the only way that you are going to win is if he wins. Okay, so support your man. The number 3 way that women wreck relationships is by monkey branching, by being hypergamous, by constantly looking for the next guy while they're still in a relationship with their current guy. Right? Don't do that. Right? If you're gonna leave your guy, leave him. Don't stay with him if you're just not wanting to be alone. Okay, that's not cool. That's a total dick move. So don't do that, ladies. So those are my top 3 ways that women ruin relationships with men. I'm gonna wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Do not forget to smash that like button below